So Fani Willis, I put out a car vlog last week. Fani Willis is the object or the subject or the topic of a motion by defendant, I want to say Michael Roman, one of the defendants in the Georgia RICO cases, one of the Trump defendants. Mr. Roman, through counsel who's got cojones, I don't know if the counsel is a man or a woman, cojones to make a motion like this, made a motion to dismiss the charges against Michael Roman, to disqualify Fani Willis's office from the prosecution, alleging that Fani Willis has engaged in an improper extramarital affair with the external prosecutor that she hired to prosecute Trump. It's not just the affair, and this is what, when you watch the mainstream media coverage of this, it's all distraction and deflection. Oh, there's nothing wrong with having an affair. She's an old, they're both grown adults, and it's, marriages fall apart, and if they did it, they should just own up to it, and that's it. That's not it, you scumbag liars. That's not what the issue is here. The issue is not that she's boning the special prosecutor that she hired. The issue is that she hired a special prosecutor that she's boning and has agreed to pay him sums of money without going through any of the requisite procedural requirements under Georgia law, without going through violating ethics violations of being disinterested or not having an interest in the person you're prosecuting with or the person that's being prosecuted. The ethics of the remuneration of the man that she's boning or the man that's boning her. So the man's getting paid. That was supposed to be approved through a transparent process, which apparently Big Fani bypassed. So she is boning this guy who gets divorced the day after he signs the contract to work as external counsel at the handsome rate of $250 an hour. And the dude, through his firm, has built out almost $1 million over the last 3 years. Okay. The allegation is that she granted this contract without the requisite procedure approval under Georgia law. That she's in a relationship with him, paying him, and then he is paying for trips and lavish expenses and, secret getaways to wherever, cruises, that he is paying and taking her on with the money that he's being paid through this contract that didn't go through the standard procedure under Georgia law. Okay, worse still. As per some of the billing that we've seen, the Nathan Wade has been billing the White House counsel for meetings where they are coordinating and discoursing, and we're not sure why, because apparently we were told at one point in time that there was no collusion between the Georgia prosecution and the White House. There was no coordinating. One had nothing to do with the other. And then, like Michael Sussman billing Hillary Clinton's campaign to meet with the FBI to give them the bullshit Steele dossier, Nathan Wade is billing his sugar mommy $8,000 for this, or it was $6,000, 8 hours at $250. I think that's right. Billing thousands of dollars to Big Fani Willis to meet with White House counsel so they could organize and strategize their political persecution of Donald John Trump. Not just that. Voice cracked a little. Not just that. There's one entry where he billed 24 hours in a day. And some people are going to say, no, that's just a mistake. It was 24 hours over several days. There were other entries where he billed a massive amount of time and it's specified over days. This one, it didn't. Maybe he worked all day. As Gouveia says, all day, no pee-pee breaks. Maybe when he was peeing, he was thinking of the file as he was shaking. Yeah, that's a good idea for the file. I'll bill for that. Maybe when he was sleeping, he had a dream about the file. He says, yeah, that was a good dream. I'll bill for that. 24 hours in a day. So there's ethics in terms of the mandate, ethics in terms of the remuneration, ethics in terms of the billing. They filed the motion. And as I first started doing the research last week, started looking into it, mainstream media says, it's a really dirty motion, but there's no evidence in the motion. Bullshit. You guys didn't look at the exhibits, obviously. A. B, it's a really dirty motion, and there was something that said, oh yeah, Fani's going to respond with the appropriate legal filings. This guy, this is, I saw it everywhere, and you don't think to record everything. You don't remember what's going to be relevant in a week's time, but listen to this.
Now, we have reached out to Willis for comment, but we haven't heard anything back. Local television station Atlanta News First reported that Willis will be responding to the allegations through proper court filings.
She will be responding to the allegations through proper court filings. That was the mantra on multiple outlets when this was reported a week ago. What ends up happening? She literally got up in front of a church, gave a 37-minute sermon, speech, whatever the hell it is. It was the most brain-melting drivel you've ever heard. But she gave a 37-minute speech in which she took advantage of the pulpit, literally, to call on God to show her the way and ask God why they were coming after her. There's one clip in here, and I'm going to go through 3 clips. One is long, and I'll see if we get tired of it, but listen to this.
I appointed 3 special counselors. Is my right to do?
Now, yeah.
Gave them all the same hourly rate. They only attacked one.
Why?
I hired one white woman, a good personal friend and great lawyer. A superstar, I tell you.
Superstar.
I hired one white man, brilliant, my friend, and a great lawyer. And I hired one black man, another superstar, a great friend, and a great lawyer. Oh Lord, they gonna be mad when I call them out on this nonsense.
Oh
First thing
Lord.
they say.
Oh Lord, they're going to be mad when I call them out on this nonsense. Can you imagine doing this? And listen, she's framing it that the only reason they're going after Wade is because he's black. She hired 2 other independent prosecutors. Is she having sex with them as well? Are they going on trips and vacations together as well? And apparently I got to pull up the Daily Wire article. Apparently she might have just lied here. Because apparently she's not paying Nathan Wade the same that she was paying others or the same that he was being paid elsewhere. Oh Lord, oh my goodness.
Oh, she gonna play the race card now.
Oh.
But no, God, isn't it them?
No. She's actually invoking God. Listen to this. I don't know if you're hearing this.
Another superstar, a great friend, and a great lawyer.
Listen to this.
Oh Lord, they're gonna be mad when I call them out on this nonsense.
Oh Lord, they're gonna be mad when I call them out.
First thing they say, oh, she gonna play the race card now. But no, God, isn't it them who's playing the race card?
But no, God, isn't it them who's playing the race card by picking on my boyfriend only because he's black, not because of the obvious?
When they only question one. Isn't it them playing the race card when they constantly think, I need someone from some other jurisdiction in some other state to tell me how to do a job I've been doing almost 30 years. Why are they so surprised?
Okay, I'm not going to play this whole one because this one's looped into the other one. I just want to go back to the end here. And I can't because I can't forget it. Can you imagine the audacity that it takes to get up in front of a church and then invoke God and the Lord to push political lies in your own defense? There is no shame to this. They have no shame. These politicians, these corrupt hacks, these political attack dogs have no shame. It gets even worse. I mean, the thing is this also. It so lacked insight and introspection, which I'm determining now is a symptom of the brain of a leftist. And I don't say that, I say it judgmentally. Who the hell am I kidding? I've noticed it's much more predominant on what is the political left than the political right. A lack of insight, a lack of self-awareness, a lack of, it's the projection principle, except that they just don't even think about what they're saying before they say it. Like when I put out a tweet, I say, okay, how could someone use this against me? How could someone, how can the phrasing come back to bite me in the ass? If I, accuse someone of lurking in my Twitter feed, will they be able to see all the times I comment on theirs? Am I accusing someone of what they can easily and just as easily accuse me of? You got to do it if you have half a brain. But it seems that Fani Willis doesn't. Listen to this and just you tell me what the joke is here.
But there is something special about me. It's my willingness to love people. I love people of every political party, different viewpoints, different races, different sexualities. And one thing you will come to learn about me is I make sure everyone else is good, and sometimes I'm not.
Can you believe these crocodile tears? First of all, let's just start from the most obvious joke.
But there is something special about me. It's my willingness to love people.
Oh, we know you have a willingness to love people, Fani. That's part of the problem. It's if I've done anything wrong, it's that I've loved Nathan Wade too hard, too long, at $250 an hour. Oh, I love people. A little too much for my own good. So there's that obvious joke. And then get into the obvious stupidity of what follows here. I love people of all races, sexual, of all politics.
I love people of every political party.
Bullshit, Fani. I love them so much, I gotta put them in jail with love. I gotta prosecute them with love. I gotta fabricate charges. It's for their own good, gosh darn it. I'm doing this because I love you, Donald Trump. I want to love you right to jail. Oh, yeah.
Different viewpoints.
Different viewpoints. Oh, yeah.
Different races.
Look at her face.
Different sexualities.
Different sexual. What the hell are you talking about? Self-righteous God complex. Wait for it.
And one thing you will come to
Oh, let the tears. She gotta, remember, look at that face right here. She's got to go from here to tears in 15 seconds.
different sexualities.
Mm-hmm. Smiling. Turn on the tears, Fani. Turn on the tears. She couldn't even do it, by the way. Can I zoom in? It won't let me zoom in.
And one thing you will come to learn about me
God complex.
is I make sure everyone else is good, and sometimes I'm not.
Oh, she loves everyone more than her. Look at that. Look at that. Can't even squeeze out a bloody tear. Might be covered up with makeup. Your tear ducts are blocked. I make sure everyone's good, even when I'm not. I love everyone. I love Nathan Wade. I love him too much. That's why I'm guilty of that. I love Donald Trump so much I want to put him in jail. I love people of all political ideas. Okay, that was hilarious. I thought that one was one of the funniest ones. But no, there's more. If I'm guilty of something, it's guilty of loving too hard, too often, sometimes 8 hours a night, billable. Listen to this. You talk about the God complex and the victim complex, the perpetual victim complex of a narcissist coupled with the God complex. She compared herself to Moses. She compared God messaging Moses, and I think, unless I misunderstood, to God talking to her. God complex and perpetual victim complex. And she compared herself to Martin Luther King Jr.
See, Dr. King was an extremely special, brilliant, godly man.
I'm talking about myself right now.
But
I'm analogizing myself to him. He was godly, brilliant, but he was human.
just a man.
But he was just a man. And I'm godly and I'm brilliant too, but I'm just a woman who wrecks marriages and signs contracts with people that I'm boning, bypassing ethics rules and transparency so I can pay him $1 million over the course of 3 years, go on that lavish vacations with him so that we can sit there smoking cigarettes talking about how we're screwing Trump while we're screwing each other. Ugh.
And his journey was full of mistakes.
His journey was full of
Pitfall,
like mine.
Pain and
like me.
ugliness. Despite all of that, he overcame those things and he changed the entire world.
Like me. I, Fani Willis, have changed the entire world. I'm a godly, intelligent, but I'm weak and I'm flawed, but I'm changing the world. Oh, you're damn right you're changing the world, Fani. I'm not going to like your legacy, but you're changing the world.
See, I know we are at a time of history when they want to throw away books and not talk about history. Some of y'all may have forgotten.
Some of y'all.
When Dr. King was alive, he was attacked for his stance on the Vietnam War. Some of y'all might have forgotten that scandal the FBI tried to do on personal indiscretions they alleged.
Personal indiscretion. He was a philanderer. There's actually not much that's wrong with that. There is. You're asking to get murdered by your spouse is what the problem is when you philander. But forget that. Set that aside. He wasn't exploiting that relationship to break ethics, to commit ethics violations, Fani. It wasn't in the context of that relationship that he was breaking other potential laws. He was just cheating on his wife, which is a terrible thing to do, and it exposes you to certain risks that most people should. Keep your schmeckle in your pants. Don't get divorced, and you will be a rich man or woman. Schmeckle in your pants. Get married young. Don't screw around. Okay, that's my prude advice for the day.
Y'all forgot that. But now that same FBI will take a day off to celebrate Dr. King because my Lord and Savior will make him your footstool.
I loathe this woman. It's impossible that she can be so transparently opportunistic and exploitive, taking her pleadings, not to legal filings, to a church. I would have loved to have been in the audience there and seen what the reaction was. I mean, other than the few vocal supporters here. Let me remember this. I'm going to say, every time she's talking about Martin Luther King, she's talking about herself.
See, Dr. King was an extremely special, brilliant, godly man.
Like me.
But he was just a man.
Like me. I'm just a woman.
And his journey was full of mistakes.
Like mine.
Pitfalls.
Like me.
Pain and ugliness.
I've been talking about it.
Despite all of that, he overcame those things and he changed the entire world.
Like me. I can't listen to this anymore. Unbelievable. But hold on. Now we're going to go through the long one here. And also, by the way, the bottom line to all of this, I'm going to pull up the Daily Mail. Is it the Daily Mail? Daily Wire. I know I screen grabbed it. She said some things which are going to come back to bite her in the fanny. I very much like my pun there. Big Fanny's going to have some of the things that she said here bite her in the fanny. Let's see here. Let's play the longer clip of this here. Check this out. We'll go through maybe not 6 minutes, but listen to this.
But dear God, are you listening? Why does Commissioner Thorne and so many others?
Dear God, are you listening? Why are people mad? Why are they being mean to me, God? Can you imagine abusing of your moment at the podium in front of a church to use, I would say, to use God's name in vain to complain about your perceived the persecution of you, your unjust persecution. Dear God, church, this is all of us. What's the guy's name? Why is he coming after me?
Flawed, hard-headed, imperfect me.
Flawed, hard-headed. She said that many, many
Pray
times.
for her? Yes. But dear God, are you listening? Why does Commissioner Thorne and so many others question my decision in a special counsel? Lord, your flawed, hard-headed, and imperfect child, I'm a little confused. I appointed 3 special counsel, as is my right to do. Paid them all the same hourly rate. They only attacked one. I hired one white woman, a good personal friend and great lawyer. A superstar, I tell you.
Yeah, no, but it's others who are race baiting.
I hired one white man.
Did you have sex with him too?
And a great lawyer. And I hired one black man.
Who I've been having sex with.
Superstar, a great friend.
Oh, I'm sure he's a superstar and a great friend.
And a great lawyer.
And a great lover? Oh, a great
Lord,
lawyer.
They gonna be mad when I call them out on this nonsense. First thing they say, oh, she gonna play the race.
Okay, skip this part.
Why don't they look at themselves and just be honest? I mean, can't they keep it 100 with themselves? Why are they so surprised that a diverse team that I assume
this is what I want to talk about. Listen to
can
this.
accomplish extraordinary things?
Yeah, listen to this, by the way. Judicial reform, bail reform, shitting on Joe Biden for locking up a generation of black men. Just bear that in mind with what Fani Willis screams about here and what the church applauds here. Listen to this.
Wasn't it them that attacked this lawyer of impeccable credentials? The black man I chose has been a judge more than 10 years.
The black man I chose.
Run a private practice more than 20.
You sound like you like him.
Represented businesses in civil litigation. I ain't done, y'all.
I ain't done, y'all. Nobody was clapping there. This was a speech, and she thought that there was going to be a moment now where there was going to be like a thunderous applause. I ain't done, y'all. Keep going. Tell us about your lover, Fani.
In civil litigation, I ain't done, y'all. Served as a prosecutor, a criminal defense lawyer, special assistant attorney general. Won Chief Justice Robert Benham Award from the State Bar of Georgia. They ain't just giving this to black men.
How is this not patronizing for the people in the audience?
How come God...
And by the way, it's everyone else who's racist.
The same black man I hired was acceptable when a Republican in another county hired him and paid him twice the rate.
They might have done it legally, having gotten approval to disperse of tax dollars while not having sex with him. Just 4 good reasons.
Oh, y'all ain't hear me. In another county, the elected official has the authority to pay him twice the rate. Why is the white male Republican's judgment good enough, but the black female Democrats not?
Did he violate any rules of ethics in transparency and disclosure? Well, I don't know. But hold on, it's coming here. Listen to this.
Now, please hear me. I'm not criticizing his judgment.
I'm just calling him
The
racist.
people of his county elected him to make that decision. In fact, let me put it on the record. He's someone I respect because he was always willing to hire diversity. He was just looking for quality. I don't care political party. They care about it. My only question is, why is it questioned me?
Do I have to go through the reasons again, Fani? Don't worry, someone's going to. Listen to this.
Now, I want to be clear. All three of these special
Here you go, listen to
counselors
this.
are superstars.
They're superstars. They
But
lock
I'm
people
just
up.
asking God.
I'm asking God.
Is it that some will never see a black man as qualified, no matter his achievements? What more can one achieve?
I'd love to know if Fani Willis had anything to say about Clarence Thomas when they were going after him, but I don't know that. That's where I would go to the internet to see if there's any even more egregious hypocrisy here. But wait for this.
The other two have never been judges, but no one questions their credentials. I'm just saying. Lord, I'm just asking.
Listen to this.
Is it that I, because of the shell you chose to put me in, will never be qualified in their eyes to make the decisions the voters put me here to make?
Apparently the voters put you into a position where you still had to follow certain rules that you allegedly didn't, to be determined. Hold on.
Lord, never mind your flawed, imperfect,
Hard-headed.
has composed a team
Listen to this.
that wins, and wins.
Do tell me, Fani, what do you consider to be a win when it comes to prosecution?
Never mind, Lord, that this leader has a trial conviction rate of 95%.
Hey, you know who else has a conviction rate of 95%? Kim Jong-un, Fani Willis. Vladimir Putin has a conviction rate of 95%. Dude, not even stopping to think about this. Congratulations, Fani. You lock up a lot of people. Hey, Joe Biden would be very happy with you, I bet. Listen to this, it gets even worse.
Never mind, Lord, that the trial team this lawyer put together has a conviction rate of 95%.
Congratulations. You sure lock up people good, Fani.
Lord, that the appellate rate of my office is 96%. Never mind, Lord, that 400 plus children are touched by the programming that my staff put together to keep
I forget this.
here. Child, pray for those. I told you I don't want to pray for them. I am tired of being treated cruelly. Pray for them anyway.
Skipping it. I mean, it's insufferable. I mean, I can't really think of anything more sacrilegious than what she did. Sacrilegious and disrespectful to the church and its congregants. And I dare say, if anyone believes in God, absolutely disrespectful to God. And I also think she opened her mouth way too big. Hold on, there's a link to that tweet if you want to watch the entire video or share it around. So the question is this, did she lie? Daily Caller put out an article today. Keep your mouth shut, but some people can't keep their mouths shut. There's a joke in there too, but I'm not going to go there. Exclusive, Fani Willis falsely claims she paid her alleged lover the same as other lawyers on Trump case. Ooh, what's that? What's that when you say things publicly that you can't take back? Oh, but I wasn't under oath, so they won't be able to perjure her. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis falsely stated Sunday that she paid all special prosecutors working on the case against former President Donald Trump the same hourly rate as her alleged romantic partner, Nathan Wade, according to documents obtained by the Daily Caller News Foundation. Falsely claimed. Okay. Willis made the statement during her first public remarks since Trump co-defendant Michael Roman filed a motion last week. We've talked about that. Okay. Let's see here. Where is the part? Willis was not only romantically involved with Wade, but also that she benefited from a lucrative contract her office awarded to Wade. As recently as May 2023, her office paid the attorney considered, Georgia's top racketeering expert, John Floyd, $200 an hour. Remember, one of the issues with Wade is that he had absolutely no experience to be trying or prosecuting a RICO case, because apparently he'd only been involved in 2 prior. As recently as May 2023, her office paid an attorney considered as Georgia's top racketeering expert, John Floyd, only $200 an hour, while Wade, who reportedly has little to no experience prosecuting RICO cases, was earning $250 an hour, according to billing statements obtained by the DCNF. I'm a little confused. I appointed 3. Oh, this is her speech. Okay. In total, Wade's firm received nearly $654,000 from the Fulton County District Attorney's Office since 2022. Over the same period, Floyd's firm received just over $90,000 per county data. Wade filed for divorce the day after his contract. Oh, the day after his contract. Of course. His wife alleged in court filings previously obtained by the DCNF that Wade did not disclose to her over $700,000 in earnings from the county, but continued to draw from her bank account despite the clear inequity of financial circumstances. Okay.